Hey guys, so last week you guys ended your week about exponential functions, and today we're going to continue exponential functions, but we're going to be focusing on exponential growth. So last time we learned that the exponential function was y equals a times b to the x. Well, when it comes to exponential growth, it's the same function, okay, but a is going to be the initial amount, and it's going to be greater than 0. B is our base, or our growth factor, and it needs to be greater than 1 to be a exponential growth. Okay, and x is going to be the number of increases, so mainly years is what we're looking for x. Okay, so let's do some problems together. It says a town's population is 13,000 people. The town grows 10% annually. We need to create an exponential function. So the first thing we need to do, we know this is A. A is 13,000, okay, and B is going to be 1 plus, okay, whatever the percentage is. So the percentage, if we do 10 divided by 100, we get 0.1. So you need to convert it to a decimal to add it. So B is going to be 1.1. So we have A, 13,000, B, 1.1. So y equals 13,000 times 1.1 to the x power. That's what we're doing for A is we're just creating the exponential function. So there we have it. Now for B, they give us the population after 8 years. They want to know, after 8 years, what's the population going to be? Okay, so now I just take my equation that I wrote before, right? And then instead of where the x is, that's where 8 years goes. So 8 is x. So I just put it to the 8th power. And then in my calculator, I'm going to write 13,000 times 1.1 to the 8th power, like this. And then you hit submit, you enter, right? So then y is equal to 27,866 people, right? 0.6. But for people, there's no 0.6 people. So we just say 27,867 as our answer. The population increased. It went from 13,000 to 27,867. Okay, after 8 years. Okay, let's move on to the next one, dealing with money. The initial cost for patient care is $460 a day. The cost increases 5% per year. We need to create an exponential function, and then in B, we're going to plug in our x. So I know A is 460. B, first I need to take 5% and divide it by 100. I get 0.05. Convert this to a decimal first. So 1 plus 0.05 equals 1.05. So I have my A, I have my B. Now I'm plugging it in. Y is equal to 460 times 1.05 to the x power. That's all I'm doing for A. Now in B, I'm plugging in 35 years in for x. So after 35 years, what's going to be the cost for patient care? Times 1.05. And then x, I write 35. So in my calculator again, we have 460 times 1.05 to the 35th power. So I get y is equal to 2,537.37. And it's in money, okay? We talk about cost, you must put the money symbol. That's a really bad one. Okay? So after 35 years, it went from $460 a day to $2,537. Okay? Roughly. Let's move on to the next one. A cable price, $50, increases 6% each year. A is 50, and then we do 6 divided by 100. We get 0.06. Okay, so B equals 1 plus 0.06. So b is equal to 1.06. Okay? So I set up my equation, y equals, a is 50, so then that becomes 50 times 1.06 to the x power. Okay, and now I'm plugging in 3 for the years. We want to know what the price is after 3 years. So we have 50 times 1.06 to the third power. 50 times 1.06 to the third power. 59.55. 59.55. And that's money. Okay? Last one. The church attendance increases every year by 15%. And they tell us that the current church attendance is 200 people. They want us to create the exponential function, and then what's the attendance after 2 years. So A is 200, that's the current attendance, that's the initial amount. We need to take 15, divide it by 100, get 0.15, okay? Then I have B is equal to 1 plus 0.15, so B is equal to 1.15. Now I'm creating my equation, y equals A, 200 times B, which is 1.15, to the x power. Now I'm plugging 2 in for x. Okay, I'm going to plug that into the calculator to get my answer. And we're just talking about people, the attendance. So 200 times 1.15 to the third power. I get 304.17. 304, we'll say 0.2. Okay, but since we're talking about people, we'll just round it to about 304, and that's people. Oh, I think I put the wrong one in, guys. Let's go back. 200 times 1.15 to the second power. I typed in 3. So it's 264.5. So we can round to y equals 265 people. Okay? Sorry about that.